I'm Nyombi Thembo, Director, Uganda Communications Service Access Fund, UTSAF, formerly known as the RCDF. Our main duty or statutory obligation is to ensure that we reach out to the underserved areas. We are under the UCC as a statutory fund obligated to partake universal service obligations. Obviously, as you understand, the problem is very big. At one time, when we tried to estimate this problem, it exceeded even $500 million. But we try to do our best given the resources which we have. So we've been doing a lot of work, more so in the education sector. We've been giving out computers to secondary schools, especially in the underserved areas, especially in rural areas. Actually, as we talk today, we've covered close to 1,400 government secondary schools. At one time, that meant around 80% of government schools have been covered with at least a computer lab. We have two kinds of computer labs. We give solar powered computer labs in areas which are not connected to the grid system, the power grid system, or grid powered computer labs. Sometimes giving 40 computers, 20 computers, 15 computers, given the enrollment of the school and the like. So for the past 10 years, we've been doing this, and obviously, like any other program, we faced a number of challenges. One of the challenges was sustainability. You'd give a lab to a school, but schools will get problems maintaining these labs. It was becoming a very big problem until when we undertook a study, and we found out that school labs can work better if uh, if the students themselves owned up these labs. So that's when we started this idea of ICT clubs in schools. We are doing it as a proof of concept to sell it to our partners. That's the Ministry of Education, the National Curriculum Development Center, and the rest. And so far, so good. We have so far, I think, reached out to close to 300 schools with these ICT clubs. And again, we want to take ICT in schools at a different level, because at first, of course, we have to go by the national academic standards as set by the National Curriculum Development Center, where the syllabus is determined by the NCDC. But we feel, as people in the ICT space, that probably this will have to change. The skills we are imparting to the young ones, I think they're a bit so much basic. So we are trying also to pilot this via this intervention of ICT clubs. This is where we are taking schools where we've gone. We want to take them to another level, whereby we want to see these young people who are very, very, very intelligent to go beyond using Microsoft Office, to go beyond accessing the internet, to know how to access the internet, the spreadsheets, to go the level of innovations. Because this is where innovation really begins at a very young age. We want to see them now go into basic coding, say from senior three. We believe if somebody has studied basic statistics, people have studied vectors, people have studied basic algebra, they can really now be introduced to some kind of basic coding. This is where we want to go. So in every school where we're going, we want to attach these ICT clubs to particular universities together with our partners. Through our competitive grant, we ran a grant application, a competitive grant application, and we are happy to be working with one of our partners now on this program, who is called the Kisubi Associate Writers Association, Kawa, who have been really assisting us for the past 3 years in implementing this program. And we have decided, we have agreed with the partners, together with the schools where we are going, that apart from achieving the sustainability of a computer lab, apart from putting these computer labs into the hands of the students themselves to manage, we want to see the children, the students, doing something more than basic ICT knowledge, especially the issue of coding. I've been saying this, and I'm not ashamed of saying it. I'll say it again and again, that when I look at our syllabus of ICT at A level, I think yes, it has achieved the intention, the first intention, because it was zero. The students would reach A level without any basic computer skills, but I think we have achieved that. So now we should go to a higher level where we should be. We should see ourselves introducing basic coding at least in the ninth year, at levels what we call senior 2. We should see those people really doing coding, because already they have the basic ingredients, they have the basic knowledge. Mathematical knowledge is already achieved. The level of critical thinking at that level is good enough to form a basis for coding. So that's what we want to do. And you'll see us really concentrating much in this space. We want to see these students do a lot of innovations at that level. Of course, we will be assisting them. The good thing is that we've connected most of the schools now where we go now. We connect them to internet. Some just good internet, about to 5 megabits per second. Okay, it's not the best, but I think it's better, because the starting point we are giving only 256 kilobits per second, which was really, I would say, a job, but it was good for that time. We achieved the objective of people having some little internet. But now with the technology, the transformation we see in the space, it's easy to give people 5 megabits per second. Most of the schools we have gone, that's what we are doing today. Obviously, we are having a conversation within the UCC here, and of course, when we go, the direction we want to go, student to get coding and the rest. I think we should go to 15 megabits per second. I think that will be good enough for some basic innovations. So this ICT club, intervention, that's the direction we want to go. We've given the computers. One of the reasons why we gave computer to the school, the community was supposed to use these schools for digital literacy. We achieved that in most of the schools, where we ended up training more than 600,000 community members in the 1,000 labs we had then throughout the country. Now we are saying yes, we want to give basic skills for ICT, but at the same time, we want to have these people, the students who have more passion for ICTs, to go a step further, to go into real innovations, to go into coding and the rest. And again, we will continue with our advocacy role to engage our partners, the National Cultural Development Center, obviously the Ministry of Education, to say that maybe let's look at this, the way we do ICT skilling in schools. I would say this, I've said it and I'll repeat it. To me, what we are doing at A level today should be taught at primary 7. We should teach that at primary 5, primary 6, primary 7. When we go to secondary school, people should now really go into really basic programming. When you go for spreadsheets, we should see them trying to make these sheets which can talk to each other, writing the so-called macros, putting advanced formulas and the rest, using spreadsheet, going to Microsoft Word, using tubes and the rest to analyze data. Those are the areas where we should see us going, because all of us, as all of us know, one of the most important resource now for every organization is going to be data. Whenever I say this, people say data. We know from our knowledge of Mario and those very, very important, great thinkers in administration, they talk of human resource. Yes, human resource will continue to be very, very important, but data may be around there. Data analytics is going to be very, very important, and we believe these skills should be enhanced right from the early stages of a student's life, starting from senior one. By the time people reach senior 4 years, they should be able to do very, very, very amazing data analysis. By the time people go to A level, especially those who go into mathematics, who do mathematics or at a principal level or sub-math, they should be able to do a lot of data analysis, and they're getting a lot of innovation. By the time they reach the university, we should really be having coders who will be even better than their teachers. I've been told in some universities now, by the time people go to the university, their coding skills sometimes at the level of their lecturers. So lecturers become facilitators. Of course, these people learn more and more. They sometimes even become better than the people who are teaching them. And this is how pedagogy is changing in schools. Whenever I've interacted with teachers, I've told them, be ready to teach students who are more knowledgeable than you. And this shouldn't be something to shock any teacher, because the role of a teacher is changing. The teacher is no longer the only custodian of information. ICT has assisted us to assemble all information, all content in one place, especially Meta, the Google people, Google and other partners. The information is there. It's no longer in custody of one individual. If you're a geography teacher, you're not the only one who knows that. That information is already on the web. A lot of it is there. So the role of the teacher, the pedagogy, is going to change for teachers to be more of facilitators. I'm so much happy about the new way, the curriculum, the way students are learning. It's wonderful. Teachers are becoming facilitators. Students are becoming more innovative, more research-based. That's where we are going. So that's the way to go. ICT clubs in schools, we want to put ICT at that level. Thank you. This is very, very important. The whole ecosystem, because we have the partner, the Kawa, we have UCC, the UPSAF, we have the school, and we have the students, and definitely we have the ministry. So all of us have to play ball if this is to be successful. I think if I start from the ministry, our request is that ICT gets specific budget support in schools, because the head teachers have been telling us, and I think rightly so, that they find difficulties in maintenance, especially. I think in the capitation grants sent to schools, I think there could be some particular, because ICT is very, very important. If it's not the most important now platform for studying in this schooling space. So I think a provision, budget provision, I understand the resource issues we all have in all organizations, government agencies, everywhere, but this, I think, should be emphasized from the Minister of Education. A budget line to ensure that schools are enabled, are facilitated to ensure that they can maintain these labs. Then at a school level, the head teacher really should play ball. This is a very, very important club. We want it really to put it at the level of the headmaster, to be the patron of the club. So that gets that punch we needed to have. That will give it a say even in allocation, probably of resources and the like. Then students, I think these clubs are open to everybody. Of course, everybody in school must study ICT, but in the ICT club, these are people who have special interests, like you have geography club. Probably not all geography people who study geography, people who study geography will be members of geography club. So, but people who have extra passion for this subject can join a club. So the students should also play ball. On our part, as UCC and UCSAF, we shall continue to support these clubs, opening more clubs. But obviously, we shall not do in all schools because we have a lot of pressure from all angles. We are doing a proof of concept. At one time, we want the ministry again to buy into this and support formation of clubs from all other schools. Actually, now for us, a condition if you are to give you a computer lab in a school these days, you apply online. One of the conditions, you must have an ICT club in the school. You must have it. Without an ICT club, we cannot partner with you in having a computer lab. So all of us should play ball in order for the success of this. For us, we shall continue providing the resources we can provide. The Minister of Education, we are requesting that a budget line is provided at the school level, the head teacher to be passionate about it, to be the patron and very active patron of the club, and of course, students to do what they're supposed to do, like improve the leadership framework of these clubs. Of course, I know there are regulations of managing clubs in schools. This can apply with some amendments here and there, because again, the ICT club, I think it's a more live club. It's more functional because, as we said, we want to see these people going deep into innovations, going deep into actual practical, getting practical skills, not arranging tourists for tours and whatever like other clubs, but practical skills. It's more functional, so it needs a better management framework than maybe other clubs. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because we want this one to be sustainable. Of course, again, we know we have to look for those partners who have the passion for what we are doing. For example, we are seriously thinking of collaboration with SEDAT, the College of Engineering and Design, and at Makerere University, to make sure that these clubs are linked up with SEDAT. Probably in future, we can even, because, for example, schools in the East, we link them up to a university in their locality, schools in West Nile. We have Muni schools in the north. We have Gulu University. Something like that. So that even when we have delivered on this pilot, there are people, institutions who continue to mentor and nurture and incubate these clubs. So it's something big which we think we shall deliver on. So I thank you very much for all of you who have turned up on this particular function. Let us make sure that each one of us play their role, like I've said, the school administration, the students, the Minister of Education, our partners, Kawa, of course, they are so passionate about this. On our side as UCC, we shall continue to play our role. So thank you for coming, and I want to declare the clubs or the club launched at this particular moment.